Hello and welcome to this video. From comments you posted on the last video, I realized that some of you were confused concerning a couple of things that are presented in that video. And so in today's video, I will be providing the relevant explanations that you requested. So let's go into that. The first issue concerns the situation of interview scheduling in Egypt. I indicated from the current DV 2023 SEAC data that the highest case number currently scheduled at the Cairo Embassy is 59,000 plus. And you are aware that the current cutoff number for Egypt is 43,200. And so I was asked why the highest case number currently scheduled in Egypt is higher than the current cutoff number. The 59,000 plus highest case number currently scheduled at the embassy in Cairo is a case that is not chargeable to Egypt. Don't forget, the cutoff numbers only apply to cases that are chargeable to the country, whereas not all cases scheduled at an embassy are chargeable to the country where the embassy is located. In the case of Egypt, there will certainly be many applicants who are chargeable to a country like Sudan that are to be interviewed at the embassy in Cairo. Remember that a couple of months ago, the embassy in Sudan was closed, and Egypt being a neighboring country to Sudan, obviously you will have many Sudanese applicants transfer their cases to the embassy in Cairo. And those applicants from Sudan are not governed by the 43,200 cutoff number for Egypt. They are rather governed by the 63,500 cutoff number for the Greater Africa or the rest of Africa. So it is quite normal to have a 59,000 plus highest case number currently scheduled at the Cairo Embassy. Now to the next issue that has to do with a cause of concern considering the current SEAC data. Let me show you a table that summarizes the reasoning in this question. As you can see on your screen, the current SEAC data as presented on Zatishas' website indicate the number of visas issued so far in the DV 2023 program, as well as the number of applicants on administrative processing, those on 221G administrative processing, those who have so far been refused visas, and that amounts to a total of 46,221 applicants that have so far been interviewed in the DV 2023 program. And if we should consider the 36,806 visas that have so far been issued, we see that there is a 79.63 success rate. And so the person asking this question is actually saying that with this success rate, and considering the number of applicants that are currently ready for interview, and believing that most of those who are on administrative processing will end up being issued diversity visas, if we should take into consideration all of this calculation, the poster of that comment is saying that there is a cause for concern because there may be no further interview notifications sent out, considering that the 55,000 visas to be issued out in the DV 2023 program are already engaged. Now, there are 2 points I would like to make concerning that analysis. The first one has to do with the current number of cases that are in transit. We see in our table that there are 737 cases that are currently in transit from KCC to various embassies and consulates. Now, the number of cases in transit tell us that there are interview notifications currently being sent out to some of those cases. And there are others among the 737 cases that are yet to receive their interview notifications. So you could have several hundred cases among the 737 cases that interview notifications are being sent out to or will soon be sent out to. So you cannot say that the statistics suggest that there may not be further interview notifications sent out to DV 2023 applicants, whereas the statistics relating to the cases in transit themselves indicate that interview notifications continue to be sent out to applicants. The second point is that you cannot predict the outcome of the diversity visa program on paper. The calculations that we usually do are mainly for the purpose of analysis. But the reality at the end of the day is generally different from the outcome of the analysis. So in this analysis, for example, we have as many as 14,000 applicants that we see will be issued visas because of the 79.63 success rate. But at the end of the day, what may play out may be 12,000 out of the 14,000. So in that case, you will have 2,000 visas that are still outstanding. In the case of the cases that are on administrative processing and 221G, we see a total of more than 6,000. And in the analysis, the poster is saying that most of those cases will end up being issued visas. Now, there is no guarantee that those cases will, for the most part, be issued diversity visas. So at the end of the day, you could have out of those 6,000 cases that are currently on administrative processing and 221G, you may end up having a number that is much lower being issued visas eventually. So that could secure another 2,000 to 3,000 visas, bringing to total 4,000 to 5,000 visas still available after the cases that are currently ready for interview. So there is no cause for concern, there is no reason to alarm or to be alarmed, because what will play out at the end of the day will be different from the analysis that that person has done. And then to the final issue that concerns the highest case number at the Nairobi embassy. Now that's the big one. Why did I say the highest case number currently scheduled a week ago was 29,000 and 1 week later I say it is 23,000? Is that possible? And the answer is yes, it is possible. Let me present to you another table to explain why it is possible. Now, let us consider that at the end of a given week, we have the following highest case numbers scheduled at the Nairobi embassy. As you can see, the first case number is 21,000 plus, then 23,000 plus, then 25,000 plus, 27,000 plus, and finally 29,000 plus. Now, also remember that each of these cases has its own date of interview. So it is possible that during the course of the next week, you have interviews conducted for the three highest case numbers. Now, if there are no new cases scheduled for interview during that second week, by the end of that second week, the highest case number will no longer be 29 or 27 or 25,000 plus. It will be the next case number in line, which is 23,000 plus. So you see, it is possible for the highest case number currently scheduled at an embassy to return to a lower case number. And that usually happens when interviews are not being scheduled as they should at the embassy concerned. So those are my responses to your preoccupations posted on the last video. I hope I was able to clear all of your doubts concerning the different issues. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching it. See you very soon, God willing, in the next one. Goodbye.